Hey, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Poor Man Fantasy Football League podcast. We're the fantasy football show that gives you a peek inside the life and times of our Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is my good friend, Andrew. And this week, we're going to continue our divisional breakdown with the NFC South. It is Wednesday night, August 5th. August already, man. Summer's almost over. Andrew, how you doing, buddy?
Good. And yourself?
I'm feeling all right. Summer's almost over. It's still raining.
That's sad.
It's cooler, which is nice. Sleep well, but
it was brutal last night. That was a wicked storm last night.
You got a storm?
Yeah, it rained almost the whole night last night over here.
We did not get anything. We had about 9 o'clock last night, our time. We had a little bit of rain, just enough to make the top of the grass wet, but not enough to make the concrete and the wood deck stay wet. Like, it dried pretty quick. Wow. And we could see off to the north side that there was some dark clouds, but nothing. All right, so just skirted right around us.
We had the thunderstorm and everything.
All right. Yeah, that's something I have not had. We've had one day with like crazy winds and lightning and thunder, and that's it. Otherwise, it's just been rain, and more rain.
Wow. Well, and you know what? Some of those wicked storms that have gone through Edmonton here on the south side was very little.
Yeah, it's like all the way the city's shaped up.
Yeah, with all the flooding and everything that was going on, we got very little of it. Sorry, I'm trying to find the article. My internet is acting a little bit wonky tonight. Trying to find the article. Stephon Diggs signed today?
He did, yep.
Okay, that's what I was just trying to confirm.
He did.
With the Commanders?
He did. I do not have the details of. Hang on, I'm gonna go back, just confirm. Yeah, don't have details of the signing of like what. Like, I'm assuming it's gonna be a 1-year deal.
Probably.
I don't imagine it's gonna be more than that. That's all I got. Stephon Diggs.
Well, I think I'm the owner of him in Poor Man.
No, you're not.
I have him in one
this
of the
guy.
Leagues. Oh, I got him in one of the leagues.
You got him in one of the leagues, yeah. I got the old men scenario going on here. I got AJ Brown. I got Mike Evans. I've got Stephon Diggs sitting on my bench, hoping that something was going to happen. So maybe this is a good thing. I don't know. Oh, he got 1 year, $12 million.
That's all right.
Yeah.
The article was making fun of Brandon Ayuk
because they're not signing him now.
No, exactly. They're like, the guy was like imitating like he was the Commanders, and Diggs is like, "Hey, thanks for signing me, guys. I can't wait to go tell all my fans on media." And they're like, "No, shush. We want to get this Brandon Ayuk guy out of here. If he thinks we're still signing people, he's going to keep hanging around our facilities."
He still hasn't been released yet. No. By the 49ers. He is still a 49er. And I think they will just save the rest of the world and keep him a 49er.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if he wants to actually play, he'll finally show up to camp and do his thing.
Yeah, I let it be the last time we've ever speak his name. We are done.
I think some of these guys listen to some really bad advice from their agents and their friends,
or their voices in their head. I'm not sure.
Or maybe that too. Like, hey, I could still be a number one, like Andy Dalton. Hey, I could still be a number one on any team, be the number one quarterback on any. No, dude, you're like 80 years old.
You're done.
You're a third string at best. If the top two guys get injured,
you're a backup.
Your career is in the twilight. You're not still. You can't command a $50,000 or a $50 million season paycheck. So that's not going to happen. But some of these guys just hold on to that, Or
speaking
guys like
of guys
OBJ.
holding on to things, let's talk about Ricky Pearsall holding on to his knee for the next 12 months because it's swollen and he's going to miss football. So Ricky Pearsall and all of the 49ers wide receivers are all injured, except for recently signed Deebo Samuel. He comes back on a 1-year, $7 million deal to bolster the depleted wide receiver room.
They better pray to God Kittle doesn't get hurt and CMC doesn't get hurt.
Oh, man.
Or they got nobody to throw the ball to.
No, they're going to be toast. It's terrible.
Trivia time.
Sure.
Heard this last night. What active NFL coach has more rushing yards than Bo Jackson?
Harbaugh.
You've seen the damn video, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I seen it. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh.
His own brother didn't even know.
Know that. Yeah, that was good stuff. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh has more rushing yards than Bo Jackson. And he was a quarterback. He wasn't even a running back.
Yeah, but he also played for 10 years longer than Bo Jackson.
Yeah. So that adds up. Okay. Well, speaking of other news, we got the Ravens throwing a lot of money at wide receiver Zay Flowers. He got a 4-year extension with $140 million with $108 million fully guaranteed, which I think is fantastic for him. I still want to own him in fantasy. I don't trust the guy at all, but he's worth $100 million. The Saints have signed wide receiver Chris Olave to a 4-year extension up to $132 million, another $100 million man. And then the Falcons have finally signed running back Bijan Robinson to a 3-year, $75 million extension with $50-some million fully guaranteed, making him the highest paid running back. Until the Lions finally sign a deal with Jahmyr Gibbs. So I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get the same or more amount of money. I don't think he's willing to take less.
I can't see him. And I can't see the Lions not paying him. I mean, what are they can't risk that Pacheco's the guy going into the season as their starting running back.
I think what will happen is if they don't pay Gibbs will play because he still has 2 years left on his rookie deal. It's because they still have the 4th year and then the 5th year option.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, I don't really know how the extension part works. I would assume that if you're only on year 3 and you have 2 years of eligibility left and you get an extension, that means you still play on those 2 years. And then whatever extension you get, the other additional 3, right? So you're there for several more years. Get the deal done, guys.
Yeah.
Just get it done. Get them back at practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all the news I got.
Bijan Robinson isn't even the top running back in Madden.
Oh, he's not? Who is?
They released the Madden rankings for the video game, like your power ranking or whatever. And he wasn't number 1.
Who was one?
I can't look it up on my.
I'm looking right now. Jamar Chase, 99. Justin Smith-Njigba, 99. Josh Allen, 99. Matthew Stafford, 99.
There is no running back. They got a power ranking of 99.
Jahmyr Gibbs is 98.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the top guy. Robinson, I think, was like 4th or 5th on the list.
I'm looking. Jonathan Taylor's 96. Bijan Robinson's 95. Oh, that is freaking wild, you guys.
Yeah, they're not valuing running backs very high in Madden right now.
Yeah, can I go by position and let's just go fullback. Sort. Yes, do it. Filter. Apply filters. Oh, I did full. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Bear with me, people. I chose fullback. I meant halfback. Because the fullback nobody wants. Apply filters. Okay, so Jahmyr Gibbs, number 1. Christian McCaffrey, number 2 at 97. Jonathan Taylor, Bijan, then James Cook, Derrick Henry, Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Kenneth Walker. There we go. Kyron Williams, Devon
the top
Achane.
guy, the top guy from last year, they don't have a lot of faith in him.
No.
And when they were doing their mocking of it, it was like, he's like, but I was the top NFL guy running back last year. He goes, the other guy goes, yeah, but you're still with the Falcons. So
first one's free. Buy the bundle. Oh, I'm not buying it, you guys. No, I'm not. I am not. Nasty. All right. Okay, cool. That's neat. Good for them.
But we are here to talk about a bunch
of
crappy
pile
teams.
Of garbage. Yeah. We are going to talk about the NFC.
Oh, well, Bijan Robinson's coming up here right away.
Yeah, we're going to beat this down real bad, ladies and gentlemen. The NFC South consists of the Panthers, Buccaneers, Falcons, and Saints. Let's see how they did in 2025. The Panthers ended up winning the division 8-9. The Buccaneers tied them 8-9, and the Falcons tied them 8-9, and the Saints finished 6-11. It hasn't been a good division for a long time.
No. And that's why the Buccaneers kind of ran away with it for like 3 or 4 years.
Okay, but look at the history. The Buccaneers have won the division, but have still tied in most years and just have won out because of the tiebreaker situation.
Yes.
So they haven't been utterly dominant for a couple of years, not since Brady left.
Correct.
So not super strong, but I think this is the year we're going to see some shifting of powers. Last year, there was a surprise that the Panthers won, and they didn't last long in the playoffs. They were not a playoff team. None of these teams are playoff teams. They're just lambs to the slaughter. But I think we'll see some separations here. I think some things are going to happen. And here's how I got it. I got the Saints winning the division. Okay. I think they go from the bottom to the top. I think they're gonna believe in Tyler Shuck. They're gonna believe in that rookie wide receiver that they drafted this year. They just paid Chris Olave. They just paid Juwan Johnson, their tight end. And they just got Travis Etienne at running back. I think they've made some significant improvements where they can capture some more wins. That being said, I only have them going 10-7 to win the division.
Yeah, I've got them 9-8.
Okay.
Who
do you got winning the division then? Because that can't be them.
Them.
But they're winning the division at 9-8. With at least they have a winning record this year.
Yes. For me, second in the division at 8-9 is the Falcons.
Okay, so you say Falcons win or come in second, 8-9. What gives you that belief? What are you attributing that to?
Again, their running game is still solid. If they start using Pitts properly, they got a decent tight end.
Yeah, they got Pitts, they got London. They have some weapons on offense.
They have a few weapons. Their defense, I don't know.
Which means they're going to have to throw a lot.
Yes. And again, quarterback.
That's the biggest question I got.
Yeah. So that's why I've got them not winning the division. If they had a solid quarterback, I'd be all in with the Falcons taking the division. But their quarterback is susceptible, and their defense is going to give up points. So it's going to be tough for them to lead from the beginning of the game. And with the Saints, I think what's going to hinge on the Saints winning the division for me is early success. They're going to hit a patch in the middle of this. They're going to hit a patch in the middle of the season where they're going to lose 4 or 5 in a row. But I think if they can win, like if they can go 4-1, and then even if they lose 4 or 5 in a row, but then realize, oh my God, we at the beginning of the year we were good, and then finish off strong in the last bit of the season for them. Or if they go 0-4, they might be like, okay, well, we're the Saints. We don't win, so let's just go through the motions.
Okay, so here's the Saints' first 6 games: Detroit, Baltimore, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Minnesota, Giants.
So they could go four wins and 2 losses.
Yeah, I think they'll lose to the Lions and the Ravens for sure. And then everyone else, they have a chance.
They have a chance. And even the Ravens, I think. What week is the Ravens?
Week 2.
Week 2?
Yeah, September 20th.
That might be a tough one. But if they could, that's one of the things where I'm talking about. Like, if they can get some success, if they beat the Ravens somehow, some way, and they get that confidence and then win the next 4, so then they go like 5-1.
Man, they've got a beautiful schedule. This is their whole schedule. The 2 hardest games are weeks 1 and 2. Then it's Raiders, Falcons, Vikings, Giants, Steelers, bye week, Browns, Carolina, the Bears, the Bengals, the Packers, the Panthers, the Bucks, the Cardinals, the Falcons, the Bucks.
Yeah, that's a pretty
they could come up with a lot of wins here, depending on how the rest of their division mates
your 10-7 is not. Your 10-7 is not unrealistic. Yeah, like the Bengals, they shouldn't beat. The Bears, they probably shouldn't beat, but they could beat.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens is a coin toss.
Green Bay
is a coin toss.
That's to me, it's a coin toss. Like all these games in the second half,
Detroit will probably blow them out.
I hope so. Detroit needs to come out swinging.
Other than Detroit, I don't see, and maybe the Bengals because it's mid-season. Those could be 2 blowout games. The rest of it's going to be tight.
Okay. All right. So Saints, I got 10-7 winning the division. You've got the Saints winning the division 9-8. You got the Falcons going 8-9. I actually have them losing the whole division going 7-10. I'm not optimistic, 1, of their defense, 2, of the quarterback situation, because I don't trust either Tua or what's his name? Michael Penix. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan. So I'm going to skip. I'm going to skip it. Next up, I actually have the Buccaneers coming in second, and I think this is their last shot at relevancy before everything implodes on them. And the reason why I say that is they haven't renewed Baker Mayfield, and they're probably looking at blowing this thing up and starting all over next year. They got Chris Godwin, aging wide receiver, on the last bit of his contract. They've got Emeka Egbuka, who's going to be their future, but only if he can connect with Baker Mayfield. They have questions at the running back game, but they were potent when healthy. Emeka Egbuka was freaking amazing when he was on fire with Baker, and then they fell out of sync. If they can keep just those 2 guys going, that's a team that can turn some victories, some close games into some wins. So I have them going 10-7.
See, I have them actually losing the division.
Okay, at what?
I'm going 5-12.
5-12, so really falling off a cliff.
I think that they're a year older,
but not a year better.
Exactly. Their wide receiver room is in question. Like, who's stepping up? Godwin, who's old and always gets hurt?
No. I think they've got a couple of young guys like that. Is it Ted Hurst? They had some dudes that were okay last year. I think those guys will help them. I think it'll be a whole new quarterback next year.
And the running back game, again, is questionable. And their defense it doesn't look like that improved. So I think this is the year that they realize, okay, we're done, and need to start
run it into the ground, boys. Let's get a first overall, a good pick next year.
Yeah, right. Because especially if you're looking to replace Mayfield, right? So you don't necessarily get all the wins, and you get a good draft position to get one of these good young quarterbacks that's supposed to be coming out next year. So, yeah.
All right. Well, then the Panthers. I have the Panthers repeating 8-9. I like and distrust the Panthers. Bryce Young has made slow, positive progression year after year. Not enough to be relevant, like to make fantasy relevance. But he personally has made good progress year over year. They've got some wins. They had a good stretch at the end of the season where they made some good things happen, and they won some games that no one was expecting them to win, which means they can come together in times of need. Like when it happens, it happens. But they can also lose games that they shouldn't lose. That they should. All right, so that it's they're not there yet. So I'm not overly optimistic that the changes that they've made to the team are going to be super positive. I think their ceiling's 9-8. So I'm going to go 8-9 and just stay 50-50.
See, I had them at 7-10. All the same reasons as you, and I think Bryce Young is going to be he's going to be like Danny Dimes and Sam Darnold.
Okay.
It's not going to work out in Carolina. He's going to need to go find a team and get a change of scenery, and maybe that'll be his year to explode like those two guys did.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that. Does that offense match him, or are they trying to change him to match them?
Well, that's tough.
Because if you're trying to build the team around him, then you get pieces that will complement him. If you're wanting him to conform to what the team's philosophy is, it would be like turning what's a pocket team? Okay, the Green Bay Packers.
Sure, yeah.
Put Lamar Jackson in Green Bay.
Entirely different team.
Yeah, and they want him to conform to what Green Bay does. Hey, we're down the field throwing team. Stop running the ball.
Stop running the ball. Stop using one of your greatest assets. Yeah, no, you build to the attributes and abilities of your players. Don't just build it to a system and try and fit round peg into square hole kind of scenario.
But that's what I'm saying with Bryce Young in Carolina. Is it that they're trying to make him change, or are they trying to build it around him, or are they trying to build it around somebody else?
I would like to think that he's earned the right for an extension and to remain their starting quarterback.
Sure.
I think he's made enough progress that I think that's a safe. They're probably going to get him at a massive discount by comparison to other starting quarterbacks.
And he could even turn out to be like a Kyler Murray, where he has solid years, and then has one or two really, really good years, and then comes back down to earth, like a Lawrence as well, right? Lawrence has had some really good stuff, and he's had some mediocre stuff. Maybe that's going to be Bryce Young's career. Never going to be the top guy, but he's not going to be the guy that hurts him and is the 32nd ranked quarterback, right?
Yeah, but he's never going to
around
be
the 10th or 11th spot or something like that, right?
Maybe at his peak, but I don't see Bryce Young being that prolific of a guy. So
I mean, to own him in leagues, like I don't own him in any. Oh, do I own? I might have him in one, but it would be my backup. But to have him in a league, I wouldn't be rushing out to try and sign him unless I had an injury.
Oh, definitely not. I would not be heading out there to go sign him. Maybe if you can get him on the cheap in a Superflex, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk these actual players. Okay, so Carolina, we talked about Bryce Young. Let's talk about the running back room. Chuba Hubbard, he's the essential incumbent, but he's never been the lone dude. He's always had to compete with somebody else, right? So Rico Dowdle, who's no longer there. And now he's got healthy Jonathan Brooks. And I'm hearing lots of people talk about Jonathan Brooks rising up and claiming his rightful place as a starting running back. But like the dude's been around for 3 years and has been injured all of them. So I'm not overly excited about what Jonathan Brooks could do. But he is a threat. Yeah,
I don't disagree with that. I think they're going to have to be a passing team and sprinkle the run in here and there.
All right. Brooks won't play in the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. The Panthers are holding out starters and key backups, leaving most of the snaps to players who won't end up on the 53-man roster. Oops. Got to send that to voicemail. For Brooks, the question at this point is what his workload split with Chuba Hubbard will look like. I guess that is the question. Hubbard remains the favorite to start week 1, but summer buzz around Brooks suggests the Panthers have a significant role for him in mind. So maybe it's a 1-2 punch, and we don't really get a lot of fantasy relevance out of either of them because you won't know which games to play them in.
Yeah. Or maybe Hubbard's the running guy and Brooks is the pass.
Get your third down, change of pace.
Yeah.
That's tough. I'm not overly excited about what these guys got going on.
And then in their wide receiver, you got Tenero McMillan, who had a good year last year.
Yeah, I think
Chris Brazzell isn't too bad.
He's a rookie. He's taken round 3, right? So he's going to help expand it. I want to talk about Jalen Coker. I did not put him on here for fantasy relevance. I personally do not believe in Jalen Coker because I don't believe in this offense being able to support multiple wide receivers. But a trade just went down in another league that you and I share. Simple Man. In that league, one of the new recruits just traded for Jalen Coker. He gave up Cortland Sutton and a second to get Jalen Coker. And to me, like, you planted your flag. I'm like, okay, wait a second. Is there news out here? Are we experiencing some injuries? When it happened,
or were you experiencing some Coker?
Okay, so here's what is being said. So neither party has made comment. The individual who I think won the trade was Biggin. That's the guy who's been league champion for the last 3 to 4 years. He got Cortland Sutton and a second and gave up Jalen Coker. And so we have 3 new guys in this league, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So we got the Holy Grail, Howl for This, and SD1213. So these 3 individuals are brand new to this league. So I don't know them yet. I haven't really chatted with them. We have not engaged in conversations. I don't really know where their heads are at, what their interests are, or what their I don't really know. So seeing this, I made the comment that, hey, now that is someone who believes in Coker. The 2 new guys, Howl for This, yeah, thumbs up, totally agree. And the other guy, SD123, said massive conviction. If I get it, you are planting your flag. You are saying that Jalen Coker is your wide receiver. You believe in him because you gave up a second, which I think would have been more than enough for Coker.
Yeah. And
then only that, you gave up Cortland Sutton and whatever's left of his last year in Denver.
And who knows? Maybe it works out for him. Maybe Coker does end up being the number 2 behind McMillan. But it's going to be tough because I think Brazzell will probably take the number 2 spot before the end of the year.
As of right now, Brazzell is marked as he's not on the roster. What? The depth chart does not show Chris Brazzell. Chris Brazzell just went to IR.
Oh.
Chris Brazzell has been placed on IR. The Panthers have placed wide receiver Chris Brazzell on IR after suffering a season-ending torn LCL. Now I know why Jalen Coker just became a big deal. Chris Brazzell is toast.
Well, I guess that puts egg on Yoda Clown's face.
Yeah, okay.
Talking him up.
I like the kid. I drafted him in several places, so now I'm going to go move into my IR slot and go pick somebody else up. Wow, that's wild. Okay, so then that means Jalen Coker is wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 3 is Xavier Legette. All right. Yeah, no, that's really planting your flag because
that just goes back into what I said about them being last place in the division. Didn't I say? Yeah, I said they were last, right?
Yeah. I don't think they'll be last. I think they'll have just enough. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, sorry. I said the Buccaneers are going to be last.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, I got to find where this kid is. Does he actually have the IR designation? Nope, not there. There he is, Ricky Pearsall, IR, so I can put him in. I've already got dudes in my IR slot, and I've got Chris Brazel and Ricky Pearsall
on the same team.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's okay. That just means I can load up my taxi squad with other players. Oh, garbage. Oh, I got 2 bench spot. I got 2 spots now. Who do I take? Anyways, I'll deal with that later. Let's get back down to brass tacks here. So, not super exciting. If you own Chris Brazel, wherever you own him, move him to your IR spots. Get him out of your taxi squad. He's out for the year. Open up, unless you want to keep him on your taxi squad. I'm going to put him on IR because I am, fingers crossed, knock on wood, not going to be using my IR spots for anybody else because they're all going to be healthy and good.
Well, there you go.
Okay, Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving. Ooh, okay, Baker Mayfield. Before we talk running backs, Baker Mayfield. He played through some injuries, wasn't 100% healthy, and when he is healthy, he can't be a good, reliable quarterback. And I think he'll be what drives this team. If he is on the field and healthy and not worrying about the extension and next year and everything else and just plays himself into an extension contract, I think good things will happen. The biggest concern I have on this team are the running backs. Bucky Irving versus Kenny Gainwell. Kenny Gainwell dominated in Pittsburgh and is now with Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I don't understand. Them picking him up, I don't understand that. That Bucky Irving had a wicked year 2 years ago. Had an okay year last year. So the message that I would get if I was Bucky Irving was like, okay, you guys don't trust me?
Yeah.
Like, what's that got to do to his confidence? That you bring
it's going to hurt. It's going to make him, it could make him mad. He could play with a chip on his shoulder and try and play through it.
True. Or unless they're saying we're going to go to a 2-back system. But still, I don't think there's unless they've talked to the running backs to say, look, we don't trust our wide receiver room, so the bulk of the work is going to you two. But I can't see that happening. So I see you have Ibuka ahead of Godwin. Is he actually ahead of Godwin in the team?
Yeah, he is. Is their
he's their number one?
Projected number one. Yeah.
Okay,
that is correct, sir.
So I worry about both of them because of injuries. And Ted Hurst, I really don't know a lot about. So, wasn't he in Oregon or something like that?
I liked the profile of Ted Hurst, and I think he can fit in next year. I don't think he's going to fit in this year because there was a couple other younger wide receivers that got some action, and I think he's going to be competing with those guys to be that wide receiver 3. Okay. And if he shines out as wide receiver 3, then he's going to be the wide receiver 2 next year when Chris Godwin is gone.
Sure.
I'm also no longer trusting Cade Otton.
No.
As a tight end, he is going to be strictly injury specific. So if Chris Godwin or Emeka Egbuka go down, then Cade Otton essentially gets elevated. But otherwise, I don't think he's going to get rotated in as a third target.
Yeah, I think the last 2 years, Tampa Bay, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, they used him heavily. And he had a good couple of seasons. But I think they've kind of tapered away from the tight end a little bit the last couple of years. I've got him, I think, in one league still. But he's not like my starter my starting tight end anywhere. Like you said, it would be a situation where two of their wide receivers go down, and now they're going to have to rely on him if he doesn't get overtaken by Sharp.
What else we got going on here? Let's talk about the Atlanta Falcons. It's a quarterback battle.
Yes.
Tua versus Michael Penix. I like Tua more than I like Michael Penix, but Tua's soft because of the previous concussions and stuff that he's accumulated. I think is really going to impact his long-term success. But I love Bijan Robinson. I love Drake London. I'm not in love with Kyle Pitts, but I think there's some possibilities here. But that's just three players. That's one great player at every position. Nobody else that I'm super confident in. If one of those guys goes down, there's not a lot of lovely depth here. They did sign rookie Zechariah Branch in the third round. I did pick him up in a few places. Fingers crossed, he becomes the second target on the team. Even the third target behind Kyle Pitts, awesome. But that's it. I'm not super excited for this team this
year. Nothing on this team screams out high flying, high scoring excitement.
Yeah.
And that's why I had picked them fallen a little bit harder than you did.
And that's okay. Let's move on to the New Orleans Saints. To me, this is the team that has the highest ceiling, or at least the highest opportunity to go from the bottom to the top. And Tyler Shuck. I love everything else about this team. I love Travis Etienne as a running back with Alvin Kamara in the backfield. I love Chris Olave as a wide receiver with Juwan Johnson. I like that they drafted Jordan Tyson round 1. I don't know the rest of these dudes and what they're going to do. And Oscar Delp, tight end, round 3. Bryce Lance, round 4. And Barian Brown, round 6. But the other weapons, I feel confident in them being able to move the ball if Tyler Shuck is their dude. If he's the dude, and even if he is middle of the pack, above 500 or at that 500 mark, where he's not causing them to lose games, but he can't put the team on their back, I think that in this division, this team can do some good stuff.
Yeah. I think you've hit the nail on the head with pretty much everything. If Kamara can accept his role as kind of the not the backup, but the relief guy, you're still going to get quite a bit of playing time. Second down, third down here and there. But Etienne getting the bulk of it. If he accepts that and doesn't cause a problem, I like Juwan Johnson. I like Olave. Shuck. I think it'll be their division to lose, and one of those rookies I think will step up. Any one of the four could, except for maybe Delp. He might not get a chance with Juwan Johnson, but those other three wide receivers, they could step up to be the number 2 guy on the team. And have a decent year. Like it could be like a flex guy for you down the road, but it may take him a little bit to develop. But we'll see. I mean, with Shuck being such a young guy too, he can maybe develop some chemistry with some of these younger guys. They grow up together, right? So, I think they have the highest ceiling of the whole division.
Okay. And that does bring us to the end of talking about these teams and what their players can possibly bring to fantasy. And now we need to pick our best fantasy lineup. So quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and a flex play. So quarterbacks kick us off. And your options at this point, I'm just going to recap them. Bryce Young, Baker Mayfield, Tua Tagovailoa with maybe Michael Penix, and then Tyler Shuck. Like,
nothing screams out none of them, right? But you know what? No. From a fantasy numbers wise,
yeah,
I'm going to go Bryce Young.
Really? Oh, I find that interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just, if he does,
he
take
might
that
be the most consistent. Not
yes. If he
not
takes
give you
that
30.
next step, if he makes that next step where he jumps from 20 to 25 point, or even like 17 or 18 up into the mid 20s, hey, that's great, because then he may have a breakout game once or twice. So yeah, that's who I've got.
All right. Well, I'm gonna, because you chose Bryce Young, and it's going to embolden me to take Tyler Shuck.
Okay.
I'll
He
go Tyler Shuck.
would have been my second guy. Baker Mayfield, you know what? I had him for many years. In one league.
Did you have him during his relevancy when he was good?
Yeah.
Okay.
In our super flex league. I might even still have him in that league. But it's not, I think his time he's going to be on the second half of the 32 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Running backs.
Bijan Robinson, is there a question?
Yeah, there's no question.
Okay, so let's just say we eliminate Bijan Robinson. Who would your second running back be? I would choose Travis. I guess it's pronounced Achan Jr., but that's who I would think would be the second running back up.
Yeah.
Because Bucky Irving and Kenny Gainwell trying to fight it out.
They're going to fight it out.
And then Chuba Hubbard and Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think a dark horse might be Jonathan Brooks. That could be a dark horse to come out of nowhere, but I wouldn't put money on it.
Okay. Wide receiver. This is where things get interesting because there actually are some choices here. I'm gonna throw 3 that I think could all finish within the top 5, or at least like top 10. I'm gonna say Ted McMillan from Carolina, Emeka Ibuka from the Buccaneers, Drake London from the Falcons. Also, our fourth one, and then Chris Olave. Those are all potential top 10 wide receivers.
Very much. Very much.
Like, so I know the 2 that I would take right here because I think I'm going to choose wide receiver for my flex.
Okay, so go ahead and take your guy.
I'm going to go Drake London. I think he's the best of the group by far. We have a great track record in history outside of like lost injury time, which oddly enough Chris Olave has experienced. But Ted McMillan and Emeka Begbu are still relatively new and young. I'm going to go Drake London for that.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to take a Emeka
Begbu. Oh, yeah. That sucks.
I think of the Buccaneers, he's going to have to step up if that team is going to do anything.
Okay.
Tight end.
Is it Kyle Pitts? Because Juwan Johnson does intrigue me. And that's it. I don't want Ja'Tavion Sanders. I don't want Kate Otten.
Yeah,
But really, it's Kyle Pitts.
I got to go Juwan Johnson. Just because
You're going to go Juwan?
Okay. Yeah, because I like the quarterback situation better in New Orleans than in Tampa or in Atlanta.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I think it'll probably be close within 3 or 4 points between the two.
I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to say that your flex play is going to be Ted McMillan. And my flex play is going to be Chris Olave because I want that stack with Tyler Shuck.
Okay, no, you go with Olave.
Because my original choice would have been Emeka Begbu. I would have taken him for his high upside if he was able to recapture. But you know what? You got him as your starter. So I'm going to take Olave as my flex.
Okay, you got Olave. I'm taking Drake London as my flex guy.
Oh, going to wipe out my London?
Just because I need good numbers at flex on this in this division.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually really curious to see how this one plays out because there's no like significant like Bijan Robinson is the only clear, like there's no question here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to deviate, but those 4 wide receivers I think could all be interchangeable.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. And then even like Juwan Johnson and Kyle Pitts, I think it's going to be really close on the two.
They're going to be close because I bet you if we look back, like Pitts finished really high because he had 1 week of just awesome.
Yes.
So Kyle Pitts, I'm going to bring him up. So he finished as the tight end 2 overall last year because of 1 game.
Yeah, where he had like 1,000 points.
All right. 1 game. Yeah, 1 game. He had 51 points in week 15. Okay. Now I'm going to bring up Juwan just to see what the comparison is. So Juwan Johnson last year, he was on the field. We started the season off hot, being on the field over 90% of the time. Then he got down to an average about 70% of the time, but he finished as tight end 8. And he was 19, 18, 14, 7, 4, 1, 15, 12, 13, 23, 13, 11, 9, 9, 21, 16, 7.
So it's been up and down. You know what? It's probably competition.
More consistent than what Kyle Pitts was. Kyle Pitts was not as double-digit heavy and is relying heavily upon 1 week.
Yeah. So I think with Juwan Johnson, his matchup, and again, you said it yourself, like they've got a cream puff schedule.
They do.
So he could have a couple of really good games. Like, oh my God, you said they play Cleveland.
Yeah, without Myles Garrett.
Yeah. He could light up Cleveland. I think you said they have the Jets. He could probably light up the Jets too. Right? So I think both guys have great potential. Don't get me wrong, but
they were both top 10 tight ends last year.
That's why
to finish.
That's why I said there's probably, a 5-point difference between the two of them at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it goes in my favor because I need those extra points.
Yeah. Hopefully. All right. We'll see what happens. Cool. I like it. My team is Tyler Shuck, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Chris Olave. Your team, Bryce Young, Bijan Robinson, Emeka Egbuka, Juwan Johnson, and Drake London.
I project when we add up all the points out of this division, this is going to be probably the closest one.
I certainly hope so. Yeah, because we wipe out Bijan Robinson and Drake London. Yeah, it comes down to Tyler Shuck, Kyle Pitts, and Olave versus Bryce Young, Emeka Egbuka, and Juwan Johnson. Cool. All right, well, that's it for this week. Next week, we get back together to do the NFC East. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to start typing a message in the group chat and say, hey, guys, who wants to join us for the NFC East?
Because potentially I might not be set up yet for it. So,
well, hey, you've got Geek Squad coming on Sunday to fix your poop. And if not, you can get me on Monday night to come out and fix it for you after they done F it up.
It's more of a... Well, yeah, but it's more of I got to get another laptop. So,
okay,
but do everything I can. I mean, I'm off work, so yeah.
Well, if you need help, there's 2 places I would buy a laptop from locally, and we'll chat about it offline. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Check the league notes about joining us for next week's NFC East. Until then, from one poor man to another, remember, if it's not fun, it is not worth doing. Good night, everybody.
Have a great week, everybody.